love it.
Lots of it is an understatement for our next cheese paradise. For an even more formidable fix of fromage, we head out west to Sacramento, California. Here at the Squeeze Inn, you'll find the only cheeseburger in the world that may be more cheese than burger.
More cheese than I've ever had in a burger before, so if cheese is your thing, I don't think there's anyone else you'd want to be really. I mean, like, come on now.
My friend lives around the corner, she's like, you gotta go to it. Like, done. Burger, cheese, all over the place, I'm in.
Well, I think the cheeseburger is part of our culture that has grown with our society. It's low priced and it's good comfort food, and we make one of the best cheeseburgers around.
The Squeeze Inn is known for their famous squeeze burger with cheese, which boasts a whopping quarter-pound of cheddar. But their signature cheese cooking technique is what's really the talk of the town.
I love the cheese. It's like it's very good.
It all starts with a third-pound fresh beef patty, sprinkled with seasoned salt and cooked on a flat-top grill.
This is our cheese store here. It holds about 15 pounds of cheese. So grab a good handful in each hand, about a quarter pound. Then I'm going to lay it on top of there, spread it out a little bit. 2 tops, of course. Just drop them on. Now I'm just going to take a handful of ice, secret ingredient, throw it on there. It's all ready to go. Drop the hood on. Hood captures all the steam.
The trick is in their custom-made stainless steel hood that can cover up to 8 burgers at a time. It's under here that the cheese bubbles into a crisp circle of heaven, known as the cheese skirt.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing.
Stack it up with pickles, tomatoes, onions, and lettuce. And you've got yourself a burger that can't be beat.
There's no other place that does the cheese like the Squeeze Inn does the cheese.
I love the way that the skirt is and how the cheese is all around it. I think it makes it really unique.
This burger has a quarter pound of meat and a quarter pound of cheese, and it is delicious.
Everyone has their own way of tackling the squeeze with cheese.
What I do is I'll actually peel the cheese off so I can get a good bite going. So then I have a good area to protect the burger.
I always keep the toothpick in because it's really helpful so it doesn't slide all over. And I like to peel off my skirt and save it for dessert turtle either after my burger.
Some people ask for extra cheese, so they'll ask for a big skirt. And then we get people who just want a mini skirt, or they want no skirt at all. As long as it's not obscene or immoral, we will do it for you.
Not surprisingly, most go for the big skirt. And today they have a big space to eat it in. The original location was a 450-square-foot shack where diners literally had to squeeze in to find a spot to eat. But in 2009, the little burger shop was finally ready for a roomier space.
We had the opportunity to move the restaurant, but we wanted to maintain some of the old charm, and so what we did was we took the counter, the stools, we even took the foyer off the front of the building, and we made a booth out of it. So that's probably the best symbol of our old restaurant right there.
Well, we started coming to the Squeeze Inn when it was back at its old location. I like how they brought the little entrance. I think it adds just a special touch to it.
If you're not feeling nostalgic, try one of the Squeeze Inn's new cheese-drenched items, like the bacon-wrapped hot dog or the chicken and steak tacos.
Come here for the cheese. I got 2 chicken tacos with extra sour cream and avocado. It's so good.
Now with 8 locations in Northern California and even a new food truck, the Squeeze Inn proves that no matter where you are, all you need is cheese.
This is cheese heaven. Seriously, it's just so good. I love it.
We definitely coming back. You're coming back. You're my main squeeze, baby.
Our chase for cheese paradise continues just a short hop south from Sacramento to Oakland, California. Right in the middle of this East Bay melting pot, 2 innovative cooks are thinking outside the craft box and reinventing America's favorite comfort food, mac and cheese. You'll find the ultimate ooey-gooey after-school snack right here at Homeroom.
How can you not like mac and cheese? You're more adult, grown up version of what you always wanted to eat as a kid.
Gooey is rich. Super rich.
This is the only place that you can come and get 10 different kinds of mac and cheese, all using different cheeses.
This mac and cheese champion creates unique twists on the classic childhood favorite. But this ain't frou-frou. Their signature dish is the trailer mac. It all starts with a basic bechamel base of flour, butter, milk, and salt.
It makes our mac super, super creamy. And without it, you really just have a bowl of wheels and cheese.
Once the bechamel sauce is silky smooth, Allison and Erin add the key ingredient, cheese. Cheese, and more cheese.
We use an aged cheddar cheese along with a little bit of pecorino, which gives it a little bit of saltiness.
A quarter pound of this crave-worthy component gets melted in, along with a touch of crass, the all-important hot dog.
We use all beef 9-gram hot dogs, really great tasting hot dogs. A friend of ours told us that hot dogs in mac and cheese is awesome, and he had it as a kid all the time, and we really did not believe him until we tried it. We couldn't believe how amazing it was. Right, so now that this is all combined, we're going to add the noodles. All right, shallot mac coming right up. And the final step of potato chips crushed up on top. And there you have it, someone's shallot mac.
Who knew the trailer park could inspire such a culinary masterpiece?
It's creamy and cheesy. Hot dog adds like a nice salty bite to it, but not like too salty, just right. It's very good and meaty. It's one of those guilty pleasures, and this kind of dresses it up and makes it appropriate for adulthood.
Two other popular plates include the Gilroy Garlic Mac, stuffed with garlic butter, creamy Gouda, and sharp pecorino cheese, and the Mexican Mac, a mix of pork chorizo, jack cheese, chipotle sauce, cilantro, and a hint of lime.
I ordered the Mexican macaroni and cheese. I'm really a big fan of chorizo and, strong, spicy flavors. Really, really good. I wouldn't have thought to squeeze a lime on macaroni and cheese, but it's very satisfying and full flavor.
If you love cheese, you gotta try the garlic Gilroy. It's delicious. It has the smoked Gouda with the pecorino, and it's just yummy. Creamy.
That is very garlic, very good. Other people in my office will just have to stand upwind and play the rest of the day.
These unique creations are part of a revolving mac and cheese menu that changes whenever Allison and Erin dream up another cheese-delicious dish. And you can customize each order by adding bacon, veggies, or panko crumbs for a crispy crust.
The panko on the top is so light and crispy. It's just that texture difference between the creamy and the crunchy. It's delicious.
The menu earns top marks in the taste department, and so does the ambiance, which will send you straight back to the simpler times of elementary school. The central table is made out of repurposed high school bleachers. There's a chalkboard menu, and customer loyalty cards are kept in a vintage card catalog.
It has sort of an old-fashioned school ambiance to it, which is quite charming. I love how it's decorated, and it's my little puppy.
Here at Homeroom, you'll be reliving your childhood bite after creamy bite. And this time, your favorite pasta isn't just tasty, it's top-notch, mouth-watering perfection. Close your ears, moms, because this mac and cheese kicks yours to the curb. And if you're a true cheese lover, this is the place to be.
It's just really homey and nostalgic, and you don't need to use trendy ingredients to make a great mac and cheese.
They figured out something to do really, really well. It's a much more diverse menu than you would think of.
And people who are macaroni and cheese fans, this is clearly the place to come.
You can travel to your own personal cheese paradise. So many options. Definitely a paradise.
Our next slice of cheese paradise takes us cross-country to another mac and cheese mecca in the Big Apple. Here in Manhattan's hipster Soho district, the Mac Bar is a comfort food oasis, smack dab in the center of Gourmet Central. Here, Chef Michael Ferraro creates mac and cheese magic by adding high-end elements to his cheese-delicious creation.
I really love the different options they have. Every time I come, I want to try a different variety.
I mean, we're talking about mac and cheese, but this is just elevated to a whole new level. Really, really good. But we live in Puerto Rico. We came just for the mac and cheese. That's why, but you can use it.
My philosophy in cooking in a 4-star restaurant and a comfort food restaurant, they're very similar. If a chef in a 4-star restaurant wanted to make the greatest mac and cheese, it's cooking. It's what we know how to do. Everything from start to finish is made in-house here. So it really is like a gourmet, house-made macaroni and cheese.
At Mac Bar, there's no need to break out the white linens and fine wine. Even the takeout here will give you a taste of the good life. Their top seller is the Mac Lobster, featuring posh punches of cognac and tarragon. This shellfish specialty starts with Chef Michael's bechamel base.
Here I have our white sauce. I have our pasta ready. You want to make sure you shake off all the excess liquid. Here we have our fresh lobster that I took all the shell off and I left in a nice big chunks. Now here for one of our secret ingredients, we have a nice dark, rich lobster stock. Really boost that lobster flavor. Have a little bit of fine cognac, some salt, some black pepper, a touch of Tabasco, and fresh chives. The fresh herbs really just boost the flavor of all the mac and cheese. So to go ahead and give that a good mix.
This combo of culinary delights is transferred to Mac Bar's specially shaped baking dish. It's topped with white cheddar and hits the high-speed oven to achieve the perfect melt.
So here we have our Mac lobster right out of the oven. Finish this and then top it with a little bit of fresh lobster and some fresh minced chives.
And as you might expect, when you combine the king of crustaceans with the king of the kitchen cupboard, the result is mac and cheese magic.
Awesome. Just like the right level of cheese and perfect amount of lobster. There's actually big chunks of lobster in it, which is very surprising.
It is fantastic. It's got a nice little mixture of like the mascarpone cheese, really good pieces of lobster, perfectly baked on the top. It's very creamy.
This is my first time trying the lobster mac and it's very good. It's very fresh. You can taste it. Macaroni and cheese and lobster. You know, I wouldn't think that'd be a good combo, but it actually is. So.
The Mac Lobster is only one of the 12 delicious and daring dishes on Mac Bar's menu. Try the Mac Shroom, stuffed with roasted seasonal mushrooms and mascarpone cheese, drizzled in truffle oil.
It's divine. It's really fantastic. Sometimes with truffle it's a little overpowering, but this is really subtle, and it's just a nice blend of cheese and truffle and mushroom taste.
Yeah, there's a good chunk of mushroom right here. The menu claims are magic mushrooms, so we'll see how good I am when I get after lunch.
The only real magic in these mushrooms is that they're chosen with care and cooked by the chef himself.
And the mushrooms are magic because I roast them. The technique and the care that's put into it. The finest mushrooms I can get, they're just lightly roasted, and the truffle oil and the truffle peelings that we put in really amplify the flavor in that also. So it's definitely an elevated mushroom mac and cheese.
If you want a meatier dish, try the Mac Quack, made with homemade duck confit, caramelized onions, and fontina cheese.
Very good. The pieces of duck are really good, actually. My first try, you can really taste the caramelized onion. It's really good. Yeah, and it all comes together on every bite. So more cheese and more duck. That's the only thing I want.
But under all the ingredients, the one thing that's truly revered at Mac Bar is the almighty macaroni. The sign outside stands as a beacon to mac and cheese lovers everywhere, calling them to the elbow-shaped dining room with Velveeta-colored walls, where every dish is served in a bright yellow noodle.
I love the container that it comes in. Actually, it was the first time that I came here. When you get a bigger size that comes in a container, it looks like a half noodle, which I think is pretty clever.
It's a singular theme that you can take all the way down to your toes.
Well, I didn't wear sneakers on purpose, but, you know, I like bold colors. I like bold flavors, I guess.
The decor of the place being yellow, and it really helps to bring you in. We were just walking by and it looked really cool in here, so we came in.
Whether it's their one-of-a-kind sign or word of mouth, the Mac Bar keeps reeling in new fans with their sophisticated spin on this tried-and-true kiddie classic. And despite what Peter Pan says, maybe growing up is a good thing.
There's a lot of different, you know, awesome food in the neighborhood, but not a lot of stuff that's sort of really, you know, comforting and Soho, everybody's trying to be pretty, and sometimes you just need mac and cheese.
It was amazing. I loved it.
Our search for cheese paradise continues in Chicago, Illinois. Here at the oldest restaurant in Greektown, cheese has never been so hot. Welcome to the Parthenon, home of the flaming Saganaki. That's right. Here they light their cheese on fire. The food is excellent, and we always have a good time here. We really do.
We have to wait for the flaming cheese. garnish or something, of course. Hello. And it's the same stuff.
Saganaki is a traditional Greek appetizer, or meze, made by pan-frying fresh Kasseri cheese. But owner Christos Liakouras was the first to set it aflame in 1968, the same year he opened the Parthenon with his brother Bill. This hot idea caught on like wildfire, and is now a staple in any Greek restaurant this side of the Mediterranean. In fact, if you do happen upon flaming cheese in Greece, you can bet they learned it from the Parthenon.
You might find it in Greece, and I had this happen to me actually in the island of Santorini, where I saw them light up a saganaki, and I went straight to the kitchen and I said, "Which Greek restaurant in Chicago you work at?" And he goes, "The Parthenon."
But just make sure to maintain a healthy fear of the flambe. Once during a publicity shoot, Chris got too close, and his hair caught on fire. Ever since, it's safety first with the saganaki.
I'm going to show you how we made the famous dish saganaki. What we do, we pour a little milk, we break a couple of eggs in it, so we beat it up, and it becomes a mixture. We take it to slices. The cheese Kasseri that we use to make the saganaki. We put it inside the batter, and then we put it in flour, both sides, and we pour a little olive oil in here. Then we put the saganaki inside the plate to cook. They start melting, they're about ready.
Then, a splash of brandy is all this cheese dish needs for its red-hot entrance.
All right. Light it up.
And this flaming cheese is more than just a feast for the eyes.
The saganaki was delicious. It was creamy and crunchy and salty. Super good.
I really loved it. I love the crispiness of it, and it was really delicious.
If we had the flaming cheese, I could eat that just for dinner. Just keep bringing it on. I love flaming cheese. It's just the crust and the hot sauce like that. Fantastic.
Once you douse that brandy on top of that cheese and light it on fire, oh my God, the aroma inside the restaurant is magnificent.
The flaming saganaki is made from a mild-tasting sheep's milk cheese called Kasseri. But they're also known for having some of the best imported feta in Chicago. They use it throughout the menu, including in their signature spinach cheese pie. Paper-thin sheets of phyllo dough layered with a gooey mixture of the namesake ingredients.
Anything that involves cheese is going to sell like crazy, and the spinach cheese pie is, no exception to that rule.
The spinach pie was awesome. It was salty and savory, delicious. I made this myself, but the feta is very strong and very good, very creamy. I like my feta.
Oh, sensational. Spinach pie is awesome.
Along with the amazing food, the Parthenon also aims to give their customers a little taste of Greece right here in the Windy City.
There are about 7 restaurants here in Greektown. We're the oldest right now. We're 44 years. The most important thing for the Parthenon restaurant is we are family run. And besides that, our atmosphere, the opera and the Greek music background, we make all the customers feel like part of our family when they come in. Everybody loves it.
We love the family atmosphere. We've tried some of the other places, but this is the best. Come here. You'll love it. You really will. It's a fun atmosphere, and the food is fabulous.
If the Greek gods were to come down from Mount Olympus and check out Chicago, their first stop would surely be at the Parthenon for an Olympic-sized feast and a truly authentic experience.
You know what? If you're a cheese lover, you got to come here. This is the cheese lover's paradise. It's fantastic.
It's a very comforting atmosphere. It's familiar music. It's very traditional, and it's good time.
The opera is a Greek expression of happiness. I see that people are happy in here, and it makes me happy.
Our Fromage Fiesta continues 30 miles west of Hollywood in Thousand Oaks, California. At most restaurants, cheese is a topping, a filling, or an appetizer. But here at the Melting Pot, the cheese takes center stage.
Oh my gosh. Cheese fondue is the bomb. It's soft and smooth,
And it's warm. And I don't know anywhere else like it. It's really unique.
This small nationwide chain is keeping the 1970s alive as the last bastion of fondue, a place where everyone gathers around a bowl of bubbling melted cheese to dip in for a communal meal.
Cheers!
And though the original restaurant in Orlando, Florida is long gone, this Thousand Oaks location has become legendary as a celebrity hotspot, proving that there's nothing cheesy about melted cheese.
We do have a lot of celebrity clientele, and I can't say who. We have a Hollywood room, and that's where all of our celebrities can come. No cameras, no photographs, no paparazzi.
While some restaurants offer fondue as an appetizer, here is the main course, and they offer a half dozen different bubbling blends, including their most popular Boston Lager Cheddar Fondue that boasts beer and bacon.
Smell the bacon coming out? Oh, yeah. That's why it smells so good.
And what makes the melting pot the big cheese of the fondue world is, what else? The cheese. These guys aren't just tossing a brick of Velveeta in a pot. They do some serious dairy R&D.
All of our cheeses come from Emmy Ross Case up in Monroe, Wisconsin. Really award-winning products that you can't get anywhere else. And then we come up with the best recipe of cheese that a guest can enjoy.
That is amazing.
Unlike a traditional restaurant where your meal is cooked in the kitchen, the melting pot preps the fondue right at your table.
Every single table is set up the same. It has a burner, a fondue pot. For the Boston Lager Cheddar Cheese Fondue, we start off with some lager, pour it right into the fondue pot.
He then adds a generous handful of bacon, diced onions, a splash of Tabasco sauce, and some freshly cracked black pepper. The cheese is added gradually, allowing it time to melt, whipped briskly, and topped with scallions. Then it's all served up with delectable dippers. Some even choose to dip the melting pot's gourmet offerings into their cheese as well, which range from filet mignon to fresh Atlantic salmon and even lobster.
So nice to have this flavor of the beer with the spices. And you can taste the Swiss cheese with the cheddar cheese. And the taste stays in your mouth. It's really, really good.
You can taste all the different flavors of the cheeses. All the bacon and everything that he put in it just makes it so rich. You can actually taste a little bit of the Worcestershire sauce. It's nice and smooth, just a really good blend.
If I was here alone, I'd eat it right out of the bowl. I wouldn't even bother with the vegetables. Just get a spoon and go,
It's no secret that here at the Melting Pot, everyone is fond of fondue. But those who are over-anxious often end up sinking a lot of their dippers into the depths of the melted cheese.
Oh, first you take your skewers, you lift here, and you take what you want, and I'm taking some bread, and you dip it in, just give it this nice rolling motion, kind of like spaghetti, and then you try not to lose it, turn it,
Melting pot regulars have perfected the art of the dip, but the first fondue was just spooned out straight from the pot. The cheesy dish originated over 300 years ago in Switzerland, where there was rarely much else to eat during the harsh winters. But what started as a Swiss necessity was picked up by the bell-bottomed crowd in the 1970s, when free love went hand in hand with communal dining.
As a kid, I used to love when my family had fondue parties. It's just a wonderful celebration of getting together and reconnecting. It's just a really good place to have a conversation.
and it's still is a treat, and it's still unique. Where else can you get this? No place.
And cheese isn't the only thing to dip into at the melting pot. For dessert, finish your fondue fun with a hot pot of the Flaming Turtle. A decadent melt of milk chocolate and caramel, paired with fresh fruit and assorted goodies.
I am in cheese and chocolate heaven.
Oh my goodness.
You'll leave full and happy, but it probably won't be long before you're ready to come back for another dip.
If you love cheese, this is where you want to come. It's wonderful.
I could eat this all day.